beginner body weight workout for you guys today. We are going to go ahead and start out with our warm-up. We're going to get onto our mat. We're going to do a half kneeling hip flexor stretch. So this is a super great stretch to really open up your front of your hip flexor. So I want you to squeeze your glute. So squeeze your glute and pull back with the front heel. So you should feel an active push and pull as you do this. We're going to go ahead and do that 8 times on each leg. So when you finish this side, go ahead and go on to the other side. Okay, so the next one we're going to do is we're going to get onto our hands and knees here. We're going to do what I call a quadruped T-spine rotation. You don't know what that is? No problem. Hand behind your head, bring your elbow in, and we're going to open up our shoulder. So what this is really doing is it's just opening up our shoulder, so we're getting movement through the back of our shoulders. Again, you're going to do 8 of those on each side, so switching to the other side when you finish that one. Moving on to our backs, we're going to do our glute bridges next. So these are one of my favorite exercises. I want you to tuck your back into the mat, press firmly down, heels are into the ground, so there's no space underneath your back, and now we're going to lift up. So just squeezing, lifting, and holding. So squeezing and holding as we lift. So you're going to lift up, squeeze, and relax. Okay, so you're going to go ahead and do that 8 times. Back onto our hands and knees, we're going to do our fire hydrants. So we're going to have our hands firmly planted in the floor, knee goes out to the side. We're just slightly lifting up our leg out to the side. So knee comes up, head is down, lifting. You should feel the work happening in this outer glute squeeze. So if you have any knee issues or anything that's going on with your hips, this is a really great exercise. It's going to strengthen your hips, which is also going to move down into your knees. So this is one of our warm-ups. So 8 of those on each side. Okay, you guys, now from here, we are going to get to the end of our mat, and we're going to walk our hands out. We're going to do our inchworms. So for this one, we're just going to walk our hands out into that plank position, and then walk ourselves right back up, all the way back up, walking it out. I created this workout for you guys today with no squats and lunges. So this is our beginner body weight workout. I really want you guys to know that if you struggle with squats and lunges because you have bad knees, you have a bad back, you can still work out. So you're going to do those inchworms. I want you to do 6 inchworms, walking it forward, walking it back. Next one we're going to do standing tall. I kind of call this the Jane Fonda because it reminds me of back in the day. But we're going to bring our arms out in front of us. It's going to give us a good stretch in our inner thighs. We're just going to reach to the opposite leg, okay? Pushing your hips back, reaching to the opposite side, alternating, reaching. You should feel a really good stretch through the back of your body. If you're struggling to get all the way to the foot, that's okay. Just reach behind your leg as far as you can. Reach, back, reach, and back. Okay, so you should be feeling warm. We're going to move into our workout. I have 5 exercises for you guys today. The first exercise is going to be back onto our mat like we did earlier, our glute bridges, but we're going to add another element today. So first thing we're going to do, I want you to tuck your back flat, firm into the ground, palms facing up, lift your hips up. So now we're going to stay in this lifted position, and we're going to do our glute bridge marching. So your heels are planted firmly on the ground. I want you to lift one foot up and then the other. So we are going to go ahead and do this 10 times on each leg, but I want you to really be focused. So notice that I'm not wiggling my hips. We're not getting what I call an Elvis pelvis. Things aren't moving. Super tight through the hips, lifting up, alternating, back and forth, okay? So 10 of those on each side. After this one, we're going to move into a plank position. Now, if you are new to exercise, this is your beginner workout, you can go ahead and use a bench or a chair or the back of a couch to do the same exercise. I'm going to show you from the floor, but this is where you're going to get to. So for this one, onto your hands and toes, we're going to get into that plank position. If you are curious on how to do a perfect plank, you can go ahead and watch my How to Do a Perfect Plank video on YouTube. But we're just going to shoulder tap. So we're just going to alternate each side, touching our shoulders, really focusing on, again, keeping our hips stable. So again, Elvis has left the building. No Elvis pelvis. Keeping those hips super tight as we alternate sides. Okay, next exercise. Next exercise we are going to do is going to be what I call a surrender, okay? So our surrender, we start down on our hands and knees, or on our knees, and our hands are gonna go right behind our head, like we're in a surrender position, and all I want you to do is stand up. So we're gonna swing our hip around, stand up, come back down, and we're gonna do the other side. This is gonna open up your hips, up, and back down, and we're gonna go up, and back down, and up, and back down. Okay, next one, you're gonna be laying on your flat on your stomach. So again, with that one, you're gonna be doing 10 of those on each side. This next one, we're gonna be laying flat on our stomach, faces down towards the ground, just slightly raised, and we're gonna be doing what I call a W. So it kind of looks like you're swimming or you're doing breaststroke if you were in the pool. You're gonna reach your arms forward, and we're gonna pull back and squeeze. Reach your arms forward, pull back and squeeze. So we're working on the back of the shoulders, squeeze each time. Reach, squeeze. My thumbs are coming up by my ears and I'm squeezing. Notice I'm about 2 inches off the ground, squeezing my shoulder blades. Okay. For our last one here, so you're gonna do 10 of those. For our last one here, we're gonna go into our, back to our push-up position on our hands and toes. And I want you to, we're going to reach and touch our opposite foot. So we're gonna reach, touch the opposite foot, reach, touch the opposite foot. So alternating sides, reach, opposite foot, reach, opposite foot. All right, you guys, so this is your beginner body weight workout. Go ahead and give it a try. Tell me what you think. If you liked this workout, go ahead and follow me on YouTube at Kim Cluster, or you can follow me on Facebook at Shine Fitness and Kim Cluster. Thanks so much for watching. I'm super excited that you're here, and I want to help everyone in America get fit.